keeping up on the theme, and this is where I really wanted to talk about atmosphere. Resident Evil 7 was announced, and I've been an off and on fan of Resident Evil. The first 3 games were games I always wish I could have gotten into, but the controls killed me. Resident Evil 4 I really liked, and then by the time 5 hit, I was like, I have no interest in this anymore. 6 looked like a bag of crap. Resident Evil 7 was the trailer was debuted, and there is a playable demo up on the PlayStation 4 right now, which sadly I have not had a chance to get to. As a matter of fact, I might do that when I get home. It's going to have VR support, and the idea of horror games with VR support is, well, that's a pants-crappingly good time right there. But it looks like a sort of return to Resident Evil's roots. The atmosphere that's shown in the trailer is very, very eerie, very horror movie, and dare I say, very PT. Very much PT.
Slash Silent Hills, which is what that was.
Right.
For, which was Kojima and Norman Reedus.
So this is good. I think this is good for a couple of reasons. One, like I said, we're no longer. It looks like they're no longer trying to take a horror game and turn it into a war game, which is basically what they did with 5 and 6. It looks like they're realizing that they lost a lot of fans and disenfranchised a lot of people by doing so.
It went from horror survival to we'll just shoot 1,000 people.
And the other good thing here is by going back to this old style, focusing on atmospheric horror, it shows that there might still be companies, granted fueled by money and desperation, but there might still be companies that are willing to stop no longer pig-headedly pushing forward with what they think is best and actually listening to what the consumers want. Because you can't let every decision be guided by a loud minority, but when sales figures in overwhelming backlash is telling you that you're doing the wrong thing, you cannot go Konami on this and keep pushing in that direction and just say, fucking take it. You have to kind of step back and go, okay, this isn't working with the Resident Evil direction. We need to focus more on this being a horror game again. This is a genre that is sorely lacking these days. There's not many. And Capcom with Resident Evil kind of created that genre on the console. It would be a very welcome thing for them to be kind of the company to really bring that back.
What I think is interesting that this is in first person.
Yes.
So it's the first Resident Evil game in first person if you don't count the rail shooters, which I'm talking about the real Resident Evil games.
Which, by the way, is also harkens to PT, because PT / Silent Hills was first person as well.
They got inspiration. I honestly don't care if they did.
No, neither do I. I don't care at all. As a matter of fact, take all the inspiration from it. I want to see good horror games.
They're probably like, hey, Konami, you're not going to do it. Fuck off.
Right, exactly.
We're going to do it.
And you can't stop us because we already have our own horror franchise that we've let go to shit, so we can reinvent it with the idea that you didn't, see through to completion.
So is this, they mentioned, there's a newspaper that says something about ghosts. So is this going to go off the beaten track of the story, or is it still going to be just zombies? I'm guessing it's still going to be zombies.
Well, that's the problem. It hasn't been zombies since part 4.
That's right.
And that's really what's kind of pissed off. Not only the gameplay changes in 5 and 6, but the fact that they very much changed. Well, it was always a virus, but they very much changed what the enemies were and what the focus of the game was. And this looks like it could kind of dial all that back. It almost, without knowing a whole lot, with just seeing the trailer, it's almost like this could be a reboot without an actual resetting of numbers or the statement.
It's 7. It says
right.
Biohazard, which is the Japanese name.
Right.
So it can mean anything. But maybe it just starts slow and builds up to killing a guy with a chainsaw like they have in every single game, which always terrifies me.
Oh, that was horrifying in part 4.
Oh yeah, that got me one time. I was like, yeah, that's kind of gruesome. They don't need that to be that. Yeah,
because it hangs up on your neck a little bit before it goes clean through.
Yeah, I don't need the description. I don't need to see. I don't need that. I can take a lot of that stuff, but I just don't. Yeah. Anyway. So all right. So does this have a release date set?
I don't believe so. With VR, January 2017.
Oh, okay.
So not so far away.
So that'll be before Naked Norman Reedus, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it will be.
Damn it.
Damn it! I wanted Naked Norman Reedus first.